It's healthy, natural and tasty, so I can't resist a nice piece of fish for my supper.
Hi there.
Hi, good afternoon.
Have you got any bass?
Yes, I have, yes.
Lovely.
Now, there's nothing wrong with catching and cooking bass, at least not if they're fully grown. But the younger ones have to be protected to maintain future stocks.
Yes, sir.
Lovely.
Thank you very much.
Bass usually live close to shore for the first few years of life, so the government set up protected nurseries where they can't be caught. Unfortunately, it seems some fishermen aren't playing by the rules.
The south coast is vital for bass. Every summer, our inlets and harbours become nurseries for the young fish. So harbours like Chichester, Portsmouth and Poole are all protected. It's Pete Hill's job to ensure that nobody catches the young bass. But there's a problem. He's working by himself when there are 4 large bass nurseries in his patch alone.
We can hardly touch the surface of it, really. It's such a big area. You can't be out in the boat every day, 24 hours a day. So what we do is fairly limited.
Pete says people are illegally fishing the nurseries, but he can't stop them because the legislation is almost impossible to enforce.
I've been doing this job for 10 years, and I don't think we've ever had a prosecution in a bass nursery because it's so hard to get a conviction. Here we are at Langstone Harbour.
Langstone Harbour on the edge of Portsmouth has 7.5 square miles of protected water. It's illegal to catch bass from a boat anywhere in the nursery.
So Pete, where does the nursery area start and finish here?
Yeah, it's all the water inside the harbour here, extending to about a mile out to sea. So it's a big expanse of water there.
So everything from there throughout the harbour marks the territory where it's illegal to catch bass.
In the summer, yeah, it's illegal to catch bass. You can catch them, but you can't keep them. You've got to put them back.
In such a big harbour, it's difficult to catch the fishermen in the act. To have any chance of getting the footage we need, we'll have to be as close as possible. So we've borrowed a fishing boat for the day.
The thing about trying to catch these bass fishermen is we have to come out here fishing to look like we're part of it. But we are using, as you can just see, these little feather things. Now, it's completely legal to use these feathers. These are for mackerel. What's illegal is using sand eels, because basically they're the best bait for bass.
We soon have plenty of boats for company. Now, we're pretty sure they're fishing for bass, but we just can't get the evidence on camera because, well, the sea just won't stay still. It's been a disappointing day, but we won't be going hungry because at least one person on our boat knows how to use a fishing rod.
Here we go. This is what you are allowed to catch here, mackerel. And I think that means I've now got 4 mackerel, and these boys over here have got that between them. Is that right?
Not surprisingly, the illegal fishing really winds up the fishermen who do follow the rules. John Leballeur has been monitoring the fall in bass numbers along the coast, and he wants action taken to protect future stocks.
A lot of people can see how to make an easy buck by entering the nursery areas and are actually plundering the stock because they were set up solely for the benefit of everybody, but more in particular the species. And by people abusing those very areas for greed is totally out of order.
Some surveys have shown a 50% decline in the number of young fish. One reason is that the nurseries are under attack at night as well as day. This time, it's not anglers after a quick buck, it's staff from the local Chinese restaurants and takeaways who want fish on the menu. We've been told they go out every night in tiny vessels and often use nets that catch all the small fish. Sure enough, shortly before midnight, we see some fishermen preparing to leave. The only light comes from their head torch.
Just setting off. As you can probably hear, they've got an outboard motor on board. They've also got a head torch, which is basically all I'm picking up, and you can see him just pulling the cord now on the motor. There's 2 of them that's inflatable. It's just quite daunting, really, just setting off into the middle of this blackness. I mean, they must know where they're going, but it's a pretty scary sight, actually.
find a new vantage point and immediately see our Chinese fishermen returning.
Well, there they are with their boat. They've been out there for about, or just over an hour. And they seem to come back with a very big box of fish. Now they're just loading their dinghy back on their trailer.
Even at night, there are some pretty big ships in this harbour. But after this dredger goes past, I hear another sound.
Just make out the vessel coming in here. It's absolutely tiny. It's a little boat. I can't see who's on it. It's completely pitch black and there's no light. The only way I knew it was here is I could hear that motor sound. You can probably hear that. It's coming out across it. It's a one-man little dinghy. God, it's absolutely minuscule. A tiny outboard. No lights. We've just seen a massive boat go through here. It would have shattered that thing. It would never have seen it. And now it looks like it's going to come up and pull up on the beach.
It's clearly dangerous work, but I want to know if he's actually caught any bass.
Any luck? What'd you catch?
Pardon?
Did you get anything?
Bit of back.
Bit of bass. So how many bass did you get?
It's a couple of pounds.
Just a couple of pounds.
Yesterday better.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, yesterday I got about 11.
11 bass, that's good. Can I see them? I love looking at fish. Can I see them? Have you got them here? Just in your boot?
In the boot are several undersized bass, clearly young fish taken from the nursery.
Oh, okay. So what, 4 bass, 5 bass. Did you get them on a rod?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because some people net for them, don't they?
Why all the fish gone?
Is that why the fish are gone? Okay. Hey, someone else is coming in.
Another 3 boats land in quick succession. These fishermen have also been after bass, but they complain they haven't caught any because stocks are now so low in the harbour.
Even out there, there's nothing
No.
at all.
I thought there were loads of fish in here. I've seen people catch. Well, I've seen them catch a few bass and quite a lot of mackerel.
Oh yeah, mackerel. Last week we caught quite a few mackerels, but
Yeah.
not a lot of bass. I don't know where all the bass gone, I don't know.
Brilliant. An illegal fisherman complaining that all the bass have disappeared from the protected nursery. He couldn't make it up. The government says it's now going to review the legislation to see if more protective measures are needed. So hopefully this kind of illegal fishing could soon be a thing of the past.
Well, it's just gone 2:30 in the morning and we've seen 5 boats come in the last few hours. So it's pretty clear that this protected bass nursery is being fished night and day.